But I do want to welcome my first guest. This is an international day because we're going from St. Patrick's Day to a native of Mexico City, Raul
Pelcastre.
Pelcastre. I told him that I wanted to wear castanets when I said that because it's so romantic.
Thank you.
So, okay, well, welcome to the show, Raul.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, and you're going to talk about, now it doesn't seem like you're, are you a real estate agent?
Correct.
You are a real estate agent. So do you sell homes or do you do another offshoot of real estate?
Single family houses and multifamily buildings.
Okay, but you do work for Fresno Income Properties.
And Fresno Management Company.
And Fresno Management Company.
Correct.
So there's actually real estate.
That is correct. On the Fresno Income Property side, we do the sales. And of course, on the Fresno Management Company, we manage the sales that we do.
Okay, okay. So just, Raul told me a really interesting story. He asked me if I'd ever been to Mexico City, and I said I had not. He said, well, it's like L.A., but it's more populated, and all the signs are in Spanish. And I said, well, that sounds pretty much like L.A., exactly like L.A. You can't get anywhere, and all the signs are in Spanish. But then you said that you're having a lot of people come from...
Yeah, there's been a migration of Asians for decades already. But my last cab driver, when he was taking me to the airport, they all have an ID on the window. So I read the ID and it would say Alberto Wong. So I said, how in the heck did you get that last name? So he tells me, well, my grandpa was Chinese. And he migrated here, decades ago, and he married my grandma. Hence, I'm Alberto Wong.
So he's half
Asian and half Mexican. Yeah.
It's okay. Well, that's news. I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Oh,
everybody goes to Mexico. The Spaniards did it. The French did it.
They just all converge.
Everybody, yeah.
Okay, and all of you guys are coming into America.
Yeah, and then we can. There's no more room over there. Yeah, literally. There's in downtown Mexico City. There's so much people that you have to walk sideways in certain streets. You cannot walk straight. You have to walk sideways for a few minutes. That's how much people is concentrated in one little piece of real estate.
So how did you get into, or how did you come to America? How long have you been here?
And let's see, I migrated here in the summer of 1990 as a teenager.
Okay.
Same story as millions of Mexican families. In Mexico, the economic growth is challenging. So my parents said, we got to try something new. So we migrated here as kids, and then. My parents, my family, been living here in the Central Valley most of their life. But then I started working for a small credit union in downtown LA. So I tried that route, and I had only 3 branches back then. And I jumped around from different sections: the call center, as a teller, the business development, selling IRAs and things like that. But then I got to the real estate department, and I saw the numbers.
So the numbers, cha-ching!
I said, wow. Right? So I just started reading every real estate guru book out there, and I said, there's something to it. Then I moved back, and then I worked for a commercial bank in Hanford, and then I got with a couple brokers here, and then I also got into property management. And then so I decided that's why I decided to combine my property management knowledge and the real estate sales. And as well, if I can manage multifamily buildings, then I can sell them too.
Of course. Well, good for you.
So.
Excellent. What a success story. I love hearing stories like that. And I have to tell you, Raul has the prettiest green eyes I've ever seen.
Thank you.
And I'm a sucker for green eyes. So I should have stared at green eyes.
I'm doing my St. Patrick's and also...
There you exactly, but we can't see your eyes against the green screen.
Oh, right. Can you see my ide? It's green and yellow.
What is it? What is it called?
Ide.
What does that mean?
It's a Yoruba word.
A what?
A Yoruba word.
Yoruba word.
Yeah, from Africa, Nigeria.
And what does that mean?
Ide is just a term that we give this piece of jewelry per se as a token
of
friendship.
Friendship, excellent, outstanding. And I notice you're all in white, which is really interesting. Is that by design or is that?
No, it's not fashion. But however, it saves me a ton of time.
I bet.
I can get ready in 7 minutes.
It's like having a school uniform. Yeah. You know what you're going to wear. Okay.
But it's not a fashion statement. It keeps me focused, goal oriented, ethical, righteous.
All great words.
And It's hard to, it's easy to say, but very difficult to achieve. We all come to this world, and as we grow up, we come with many things, get us out of our path per se. You know, uh, Life, marriage, school, problems,
Setbacks,
taxes.
disappointments.
I mean, the list goes on.
Of course.
So it's very important to be focused all the time.
Absolutely. And this keeps you focused.
Yes.
Perfect. How did you discover that?
I've been, maybe you believe it or not, I've been wearing that in my wife for about 4 years.
Really?
Yes.
That's really cool.
So I did that math. I said, okay, I'm saving so much money in laundry and in time. Then I'm just going to keep doing it.
You must go through a lot of bleach, though.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Yes.
there's downsides to
Yeah, yeah.
everything. But okay, so let's talk business. Okay, do you work mainly with the Hispanic populations, or just
Both.
both? Okay.
I know I have a very strong accent, but I think I'm fluent.
Oh no, you speak beautifully.
And so I do cater to both speaking languages. In fact, years ago, I tried to learn Arabic, and my buddies, my buddies that would speak Arabic, I would say, oh, you got to teach me. So when I was trying to learn, they would say, you sound Russian when you speak in Arabic, because I said, okay, then forget it. So I've learned. It's a very beautiful tongue, but a very difficult language to master.
And why would you want to learn Arabic?
Because there's Arabic speaking clients out there. They buy and
Enough
sell
to
real
learn
estate.
it here?
Oh yeah,
Really?
absolutely.
Where do I live? I don't know where I live. I thought I lived in the center. I grew up here.
You almost find every nationality here.
That's very true. And
I mean, just go to every restaurant. There's even
Right.
there's even a Peruvian restaurant here, and I haven't been there.
where's that? Oh, Limon?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, Limon. I know. I have been there. It's delicious. You should
know?
go. Yes, it's wonderful.
So I mean, any type of food you can find here. So that means they gotta be.
It is a melting pot.
Yeah.
It is a well, Arabic is an interesting.
Yes.
I would think anything it would be maybe an Asian dialect like Thai or Hmong, because we have a huge population.
Yeah, there's a huge Hmong population. A hard market to penetrate.
Oh,
I tried that.
really?
Yeah, and we even went to the local radio talk show like you guys have it here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, very hard. Because they're very pretty much they only do business with them.
They stay together.
Period. Very hard.
Well, it's good that you are addressing the needs of people of your culture as well as people here. So, did you know English when you came here? Did you learn
No. My dad kind of gave me a hint that I was going over there. I mean, that we were migrating to the U.S. So one of my buddies' grandpa was teaching him English. So I said, I'm gonna tag along. So I just started translating the words. So that helped me. And then here, I realized that the movies had simultaneous translation. So I said, okay, so I just gotta connect the actors' scene with whatever they have at the bottom of the screen, and then vice versa.
Exactly.
So after thousands of hours of movies, I started, picking it up. I said, okay, so that's what it means. So that's what they said. So I will play it back.
That is wonderful. I really admire that. I really admire that. I've tried that with Italian. I studied Italian, but you can't find a lot of Italian movies,
Yeah.
English movies with Italian
not that
subtitles.
many.
Yeah, it doesn't work. But I know that a lot.
That was before Rosetta Stone.
Exactly. But I admire you.
Thank
so
you.
good for you. Your family must be proud of you.
Yes.
So how's business? What's going on out there?
Business, we call it, us here agents, as the normal market now.
Which means
There's same amount of buyers, same amount of sellers. Buyers are not over bidding on properties and on artificially inflated prices. Sellers are aware of that, so they need to be realistic. Now the appraisers they're still independent, but now they get hired by the lenders only. We used to hire them to give us appraisal reports. That doesn't happen anymore, so that level things out. Money's still tied with lenders. Money,
yeah. Yes.
The commercial lenders are limiting commercial borrowers to buy commercial real estate to 4 to 6 loans per borrower. You could have a great credit score, great down payment, great income, but they will not lend you.
Why?
I believe it's economic move by the Feds and the whole economic system, where banks make their money through arbitrage, so that way they can keep charging their fees or their, any banking fees to the not so good borrowers
Why would they want to do that?
because they can charge a higher interest
Oh,
rate.
right. Okay, gotcha.
You know,
But then why do they punish the people with the good credit scores and the
my other guess is that they want to funnel money away from real estate. So people that have money to invest in real estate, the government will say, okay, you got to invest in something else. There's gold, there's oil, there's stocks, bonds, mutual funds, whatever. So that's my only logical explanation.
Maybe it's just me, but I think the government should let people invest money the way they want to. I don't know. I know it's a crazy concept. Oh, I know that came out of left field, but that's just me. I'm being sarcastic.
Sure.
I think that the government has way too much business in our business, and they need to butt out. But
And the
I digress.
last technical piece I want to add to that is that in California there was two senators, one named Price and Vargas. Okay, they came up with a Senate Bill 978. So they're saying that investors can lend only 10% of their net worth.
Well, that's to protect the banks, though, right?
No, it's the whole point is to protect the investor slash borrower slash seller.
But the banks want their money back. So they don't want people investing 50% of their income because,
No, but you as a private individual, okay, if you want to lend your own money for somebody else to buy real estate, okay, because of that Senate bill, you can only do 10% of your net worth.
oh, I see.
You cannot do all of it, just 10%.
And is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well,
I'm not-
I think I will say it's a bad thing, because if you're a professional investor and you know what you're doing, it will be up to you to say, you know what, I want to invest all my money
That's
in
what
real
I would
estate.
think. Right.
I don't want to buy gold because
Right.
I don't know gold. But that's
Right.
So that's one way of limiting the flow of the cash into real estate and other things.
Well, I don't agree with that. I think if it's your money, you do what you want with it and let the chips fall where they may.
Right.
I mean,
But it's all politics.
it's all politics. Funny you should mention that in a political year. Okay, so how are we on time? Okay. Can you stay a little bit longer?
Sure.
Or, okay.
Yeah, let's talk.
Can we put Raul's phone number up? Do you want your phone
Oh,
number?
absolutely.
Oh, please do.
Please do. Oh, got it. It's showing at the bottom of the screen already.
It is there.
Yeah.
Because I can't see it.
Yeah, I don't bring my glasses, so you have to help me there.
I mean, okay. It's okay. You can talk to us, Robert. It's okay, because I talk to the technician guy all the time, because I always get lost in which camera I need to talk to, so it's fine. Okay. So let's take a little break, and we'll be right back. Thanks. Welcome back. Keeping It Real Estate Show with Kathy Wilcox. We're going to wrap up with Raul.
Pelcastre.
Pelcastre. I love that. So what did you want to present in closing? I'm going to invite you back
Sure.
for another time, but please, you have the floor.
One of the reasons why I have focused my time with multifamily buildings is because, again, I have focus in property management and also in the sales side. But, I want to extend an invitation to all the investors out there that it is always a good idea to find a specialist in a particular field. Like if you have a toothache, you're not going to go to the mechanic, right?
Right.
So with that, thought in mind, find a specialist. Ask questions. Get your CPA involved. A lot of times in our business, it seems like I have to be explaining things first to the accountant and then to the buyer or to the seller, because the accountant will say, you know what, this year you cannot sell any more rentals, or this year you need to buy more rentals, or you need to do something else. So it's not a one person decision. So that will be, always bring an accountant with you. And one of the last pieces that that I want to throw in there, the reason why Fresno is so attractive versus other cities like San Francisco or San Jose is because the U.S. Census Bureau in 2004 said there's 54.5% tenants in Fresno. So more than half of the people that live here rent.
Oh, really?
So
That's a huge market for selling then, right?
yeah, for people that want to buy rentals as either single families or
I see what you're
apartment
saying.
buildings.
Okay.
So the data is out there to back up as to why people should buy real estate, for income and be able to achieve that, cash flow of more extend their portfolio, be have more time freedom, in other words.
That's great. That's great. That's a
And then let us deal with
nice
the headaches
statistic.
with the property management.
Exactly. You take it from there.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, good deal. Raul, thank you so much. You're such an interesting guest. I invite you back.
Thank you.
I'd love to hear more about what you do.
Sure.
And we're just going to take a short break, and we'll be back with our next guest.